Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks! What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my top 5 most carried folding knives over the last couple of months or so. This has definitely shifted just a little bit, and it's been fun. Some of the stuff that I've been carrying has been a nice change up. I will link the stuff down below that I am able to. Some of these things you can't get, so it's just going to be one of those things, right? But the stuff that you can get, I will absolutely link right down below so you can check it out for yourself. It does help my channel when you use my links, but that is up to you. Thanks so much to my patrons who are supporting me right now. Link for Patreon down below, and please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. We have a crazy range of prices today. First off, for number 5, the least carried of the 5 most carried, it's definitely the most expensive. I have decided to start carrying my Shirogorov F95 Zero, which is really cool. I'm no stranger to carrying really expensive knives, and if you're wondering like how expensive is that, this is a real Shiro, so it's 11. What are these? 1100 or something? Listen, these are definitely a bit overpriced. When you can get the F3NS for 900 and it's arguably a better knife, right? These are overpriced. They're still definitely like the multiple hundreds of dollars. Like if we're talking about like $800 or $900, I think that's a lot more fair. Maybe a tad more, but yeah, it's definitely a bit overpriced. This is though an excellent carry knife. I knew that the F95 would carry well, but I had no idea. Now this thing does not have a lot of use. I got it fairly recently, and I don't carry it often, right? This is kind of a like, oh, I'm going to dinner. I think I'll carry my Shirogorov and maybe cut something minor that has tape, more so that I can talk about the knife than actually complete the task, right? I mean, that's it. Come on, we all do that, right? The F95 definitely does that, but I just enjoy carrying it. It's fairly slim for being an 8.75 inch knife with a 3.75 inch blade. It's also incredibly ergonomic, and the way that it carries in the pocket is just fantastic. This is an expensive knife. I do worry about losing it. I've never lost a knife, but it is definitely a little bit more scary to carry something like this, but I do enjoy it, and it cuts very well. So it's nice to finally add a Shirogorov, because I definitely, if you don't know, I got some safe queens, right? It's nice to add a Shirogorov to the actual rotation and, just carry it and enjoy it. So yeah, absolutely. These come in and out of stock. Recon 1 is your best bet, absolutely. Moving on here, a knife that I did at one point EDC a lot, and then I sold it because I'm an idiot. And then some of my awesome viewers and a really good friend actually got it back into my possession. And that is the Umnumzaan, definitely. So this is the one that was created, or that was purchased for me, and then laser engraved by some awesome people for my 100,000 subscriber event. I was giving away knives, and they surprised me with this. And these have become substantially harder to get since I EDC'd one years ago. So this guy's an S45 VN, and it is just as Umnumzani as I remember it being. This also does not see a lot of use, but I just love having this thing around. And it's just a nice, it's just an enjoyable carry knife, right? I mean, the Umnumzaan is capable of some incredible hard use, like the Shirogorov, right? I mean, it's just as capable, and it's a knife that will absolutely survive some heavy use. And honestly, over time, given that this was created for me, for my 100,000, when I cross that threshold, I'm going to use it. I'm going to be carrying this thing a lot. I'm going to use it a lot harder as time goes on. And honestly, I kind of want to beat this thing up. I feel like the people who, who got this for me to celebrate, they would want me to use it, not just have it sit there in the box. So I'm going to. It carries incredibly well. Just like in the review, I've got a little bit of, it's irritating a little bit to disengage it because of how tight this lock bar is. But I can deal with that just for the joy of carrying and using the Umnumzaan. The ergonomics are great. The blade profile is great. If you can get your hands on one of these knives, they are very hard to get. It's probably the hardest knife on the list to get. If you can get your hands on it at $450, it is definitely worth it. These things will be around with the cockroaches after everything else is gone. After human existence has been wiped from the earth for whatever reason, it'll be cockroaches and Chris Reeve knives. Moving on here, a knife that has made this list many times. This is a knife that I very much enjoy carrying just for its profile, and that is the Tactile Knife Co. Rockwall. This one in particular is in Magna Cut and has the thumb studs. So the knives from here forward, number 3, 2, and 1, these get carried substantially more. I always try to do top 5 just to let you know, but the top 3 in this rotation, these things are getting carried all the time. This guy just, now these are fairly expensive at about $300, but they are made in the United States, so keep that in mind. This guy has a wonderful carry profile. That pocket clip has been excellent. It's been bumped a few times, but whatever. Thumb studs in a nice place. It's a little bit weird to disengage because that area down there, right? They make a flipper version of this as well. The edge, super slicey, incredibly thin. Kind of a delicate tip, but this is more of just an EDC style knife. And, you know, day to day, this is about all I need, right? In fact, I could still argue that it's overkill for my day-to-day. This thing is broken in beautifully and has not needed any adjustment. This particular Magna Cut is only hardened to about 61, and I can start to kind of feel it losing its razor. I really wish that these were hardened higher, because I think Magna Cut is really going to shine at like 63 or so, but it's been doing okay. I don't have too many criticisms. This is a great opportunity for me to experience Magna Cut at kind of that lower range and see, like, is it really, like, are we losing much? And it does okay. It's the geometry of this blade is allowing it to continue to slice efficiently, but the actual razor edgeness of this particular Magna Cut is definitely, it's waning, just because I mainly, like, if you guys are wondering what I use my knives for, I cut a lot of cardboard. And that's generally it. I mean, I'm not taking these things out and chopping trees down with them. So this is a great one. I really, really love the texturing on it, the fit and finish. I love that it's made in the USA, and I just like the profile. It's nice. This is something that I prefer to carry substantially more than the Bug Out. I love my Bug Out. The Bug Out has a similar kind of, thin and low profile, this or that, but I really enjoy carrying that one a little bit more. It pairs super well. Like if I do go out to dinner, I do go to a formal event, it pairs super well with dress pants. I just really like it. Moving on here. Holy moly, I love this thing. The Civivi Chevalier. God, this thing is so good. I love this knife. This is the cheapest knife on the list, and you can absolutely get this thing right now. The Chevalier is a full-size button lock that is essentially the budget Malibu. And I've been saying this over and over and over again. Let me get that off there real quick. I've been saying this over and over and over again. The Chevalier is... in some ways, I actually prefer it more. I like the sheep's foot blade better. This blade shape is so freaking good for eating. I just love it, man. The draw cuts and just being able to, like, kick the thing out with the little fuller up there, use the flipper tab. It's so convenient, and it's so smooth. It looks good. The only thing that I don't like about mine, and this was sent to me by Civivi, are the wood scales. I personally would have bought this with black scales, but I got this one for free from Civivi, and I thought, wow, Civivi made another really good button lock. This is my favorite button lock that they have done. I think it is priced appropriately. What is the freaking steel on this? Is it 14? Pretty sure it's 14 C28N, and I'm pretty sure it is printed somewhere, and I just can't find it. Well, anyways, I'm pretty sure that that's what it is. But this has just been excellent. This is an excellent, excellent knife. I love the ergonomics. I love the carry profile. Literally the only thing that I don't like about this knife is the pocket clip. And it's just the bill on the pocket clip. But everything else is excellent. At 70, what is this? 70, 72, something like that. This is one of the best budget knives that you can get. It is ridiculously well designed. The cutting geometry is fantastic. There is nothing in the way. I used this the other day to break down an absolute crap load of boxes that had built up in my garage from when we ordered new furniture, and it all came in at once. This thing it was beast mode. And then it just strops back to life. I mean, my strop is, this thing is worn down. But this knife just the edge, it just brought it back to life so easily. And it's wonderful. It's still slicing efficiently. This is just a fantastic knife. And, for those of you kind of cringing at the word budget at $72, on this channel, anything under 75 is a budget knife, and just considering how expensive everything else on this list is, yeah, this is a good buy. If you are kind of on the fence about the Civivi button locks, I like all the new ones. I honestly do, but the Chevalier, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, this is their best one. This is such a good knife. Moving on here, the number one. Oh, I have rediscovered my love for this, and this has made the list a few times, and it didn't make the list, and it came back. The Microtech Ultratech. This thing has definitely received a lot of love, and it's just OTFs in general. I live in Kansas, so I can carry these. Not everybody who's watching is allowed to carry, or some of you are not allowed to own them even. But for those of you who can, the Ultratech it's just still one of the best ones out there. The Axial Shift and the Guardian Tactical Recon 35 are also excellent choices. I don't own either of those currently. I definitely need to get my hands on a Recon 35 again. I own the 40. I don't know why I didn't keep my 35. But I just love carrying this. It's so nice and slender, and you can kind of see the similarities between my top three here. They're all right around the same kind of sleek and slender and very close to the same, blade shape. Blade length. All of these have a very similar blade length. Obviously not exactly, right? But they're close. And I've enjoyed carrying them. I still like to carry some of my bigger boys. Like these are fun. I like them. But day to day, it's stuff like this. The Microtech also has that conversation factor, right? Because people always, I like it when people, oh, can I see that, right? And this thing is just super snappy. I definitely have twisted into stuff with the tip and the edge, and this thing just goes and goes and goes and doesn't care. These things are so durable. They are freaking expensive now at 300 and I don't know. I think the cheapest Ultratech you can get is $300, right? Made in the USA. It still sucks they're using the tri-wing screws, but I haven't had a reason to disassemble it. I also don't really like the pocket clip, and I don't need the glass breaker, but you know what? It's been fine, and the nicest thing about this is being able to pull it out, deploy it, and then use it and put it back in without, you don't have to mess with it at all. It's just been nice. I really wish that they would knock down or change the way that their firing buttons are. Guardian Tactical has them beat 100% on the actuation of the switch and the switch design itself. But the Ultratech is still just an absolutely wonderful EDC knife. And it's been one of my favorites for such a long time. So yeah, let's lay all these back out here in order. I'm glad that you guys enjoy the top 5 most carried series. If you're wondering, yeah, I've done a lot of these. You can go back in my top 5 or top 10 playlist on my channel and check out previous installments of this and check out what I've been carrying and how that has kind of evolved over time. But yeah, if you want to check out any of these knives, I think I can link these 3. These 2, I can link them, but it's not likely they're going to be in stock. These 3 should, I believe, be in stock right now. So you guys can check them out if you want to. I'll make sure that they're right in the description. That's going to be pretty much it today, guys. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.